US Senator Josh Hawley, in his book Manhood, Masculine Virtues America Needs, identifies the ways in which men can find themselves again when they are adrift. Each man is appointed to bring forth creation's possibilities, to help perfect the world and build it into what it could be. That work begins with his own soul. Adam's story is a grand narrative of chaos and order, light and darkness, an origin story. And from it we learn the origins of man's purpose. Holly's primary message is that men can become whole again and find meaning in their lives by moving away from an Epicurean pursuit of pleasure to a mindset of serving others through self sacrifice. He starts from the biblical project of God's Garden of Eden. Adam fails God by getting tempted by Satan. The task of expanding the horizons of Eden remained incomplete. Evil triumphed over God's creation. This needs to be set right. The Bible has much to say about evil and much more to say about a man's duty to confront it in himself above all. Man's commission to subdue the earth's chaos and bring forth its potential means confronting the evil the chaos conceals. And that begins with himself. The battle with evil is proving ground of a man's character. Genesis is direct about this. To build the world into a temple, he must stand in evil's way, starting in his soul. That is the truth today's men need to hear. Men everywhere, he suggests, should take up this mantle and continue God's work through serving others. A man devoted to himself is not a man at all, he says. What Andrew Tate appears to prize above all is just what the Epicureans say he should: the ability to do whatever he wants. As a husband, a man needs to stand by his vow to commit to another, body and soul. As a father, a man needs to embrace feeling imperfect and out of control when raising his kids. Fatherhood is the work of sacrificing the now for the sake of the future. As a warrior, a man is called upon to embrace courage that runs contrary to the instinct of self preservation. Preserving life is not always found in avoiding conflict. Sometimes he must stand between danger and civilization and give his life to enable others' lives to go on. Courage is in making the choice to drive the darkness out. As a builder, each man is called upon to cultivate a little Eden. Through resourcefulness and hard work, he is to carry on God's mission for man and make the world into a temple. The anthropologist David Gilmour concluded that the critical threshold marking the passage from boyhood to manhood was the point at which the boy produces more than he consumes and gives more than he takes. As a priest, he brings God's message into the world through his actions and thus makes it a temple. Modern Epicurean liberalism is fundamentally atheistic, after the pattern of Epicurus himself, who rejected the relevance of gods. In his place, today's liberals offer a woke religion that demands we renounce manhood, womanhood, Christianity, and other supposed markers of social power and submit to the corrective tutelage of the liberal elite. Today's liberals seek to fashion a new sort of person, one beyond male and female, beyond God, who lives to satisfy desire and consume plenty of things, but knows no ultimate purpose in life. The atheistic project promises individual liberty, but what it has in fact delivered is isolation, despair, and a new social hierarchy based on education and income. In short, liberal atheism has been a failure. The world still needs God, which means it still needs men with the character of priests. As a king, a man exercises dominion by serving God and the people in his life, not himself. A boy becomes a man by taking an adventure into darkness and chaos. To extend the light and build the garden, an adventure toward character. In problematic romances, the tension between good and evil seeks to resolve itself throughout the narrative by the male protagonist becoming more of a man. But are these stories just a one sided victory of good over evil? Or is there more to it than that?